I've got a tractor set up. I've got two Stanton T62s with crappy needles and cartridges and whatever. Mix Track Pro that I'm using as a crazy MIDI controller with a crazy mapping, then a DJ M600 that I'm borrowing for now, and Tractor. Tractor has remix decks now, but I'm not using those yet because I don't really know how to get stuff in there yet. That, and you can't use more than the first 4 slots with anything that's not a Tractor F1 or Native Instruments F1, which I don't have and I'm not going to spend $150 on. So instead, I got a mix track. So it does a lot of stuff. First of all, I am time-coded. I've got my cue set up through these speakers, and then everything else through the big ones. So, first of all, the jog wheels are completely different. I got high pass, snaps back when you let go. Low pass is just the other way. Same with this side. If you hit the back button, which I don't know why it's the back button, because even in the default mapping it actually toggles between file and folder browsing. What happens is then this wheel and this wheel correspond to folders and then the tracks within them. So you can load stuff that way. If you have if you want to load a track, you press the first deck and then the deck you want it to go in, and that loads it up right up there. So doing that, you can do pretty much everything. It only took me forever, but just yesterday I finally made this button actually open and close it like it does in the default mapping. On each deck you've got 3 effect sections. By effect I mean with the effects buttons. The first one is an actual effect. I need 2 hands, but so that's like a beat masher there. I've got on the bottom knob, which corresponds to the rightmost button, this is a bouncer, which I can use as a quick sensor or something. On the bottom right now, I've got 6 effects in there. The bottom 3 are what correspond to the knobs next to them, and then the top 3 are the EQ knobs, since ideally you should be using this with a mixer, and then you can just EQ over here if you need to EQ it. Then, this one is hot cues. Blah, 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 blah. So if you want to just kind of pretend it's an MPC, you can do that. You got 8 of them. The sync button down here, it does flash the beat of the track so I don't accidentally stop a playing deck. If you hold that down and then push the hot cues, you can't see it on this, but you can disable them and they'll turn back red. The bottom row is red, the top row is can't go red, so it's just not lit up. The first hot cue is also your main cue, which this stutters because that button's broken. So that's my initial stutter. If you press the scratch button, they both light up actually. It's the same toggle as this. Oh, they're supposed to. Okay. That broke apparently, but it's not that mode. So just the scratch mode. This will actually, you can't really tell, maybe. Anyway, it's a pitch bend, like the normal way, but if you hold down the shift button, it does move your beat grid around, so you can fix that while you're playing, in case you don't have it set up right. Or you just download a track off a request or something like that. The other one will flash with the beat of the music. This is a quick loop. Bottom row cuts it in half, times 2, times 4, and by 1/4. So by 1/4, by 1/4 again. And then To get out of it, what you do is you go into any loop, and then press it again to leave it. This is 1 beat, 2 beat, 4 beat, and 8 beat loop. So if you want a 16 beat, you just press 8 beat, double it right away. Same holds true for the other side, but they are independent, so you can stay in hotkey mode over here, and then, or effect mode on that side. I don't think I made these do anything. So, Q and other Q correspond to the snap and quantize buttons. You can't focus that close, but up top. So, snap, I'm trying to remember how this works. I think snap, when you have things like hot cues. No, snap. Yeah, snap will make everything you push line up with your beat grid. So that ended up perfect. That ended up perfect, even though I pressed them both slightly too early. And then quantize, if I enable that, will then make when I push the buttons, it'll make those line up with the beat as well if you're not very good at timing, I guess, but then you wouldn't be a DJ. I mean, you wouldn't be wanting to DJ if you didn't have good timing. Key lock is key lock, that's right. Oh, and then this controls the dry wet on the bottom 3. Since these don't have the positioning knobs like this, where you can sit right in the middle, like for the bouncer. That's not it. Effects mode, bouncer. Halfway is half a beat. On the beat masher, it's 1 beat, which is nice. So I put like a flanger here. That's actually just a filter right now for some reason, but it should be a flanger. Once I go play it out, I'll reset that. And then up here, your pitch bend buttons. This will be 4 beats ahead, 4 beats behind. Hold down shift. Now it's 32 beats ahead, 32 beats behind. And that'll keep your beat if you need to jump ahead. So hold down shift. And you actually keep your phrasing too. So it'll be 8 bars, yeah. I think that's it. Really, I'm just, other than trying to show off a hybrid setup, because this is still all time-coded. I can still scratch with it. Let's turn that down. I can't scratch with one hand and crossfade, but yeah, if you know what else I should put on here, or rather, what else in Tractor there is, I want these remix decks, but they completely changed them off of the sample decks. So what I really want to do is have another mode somehow. I'll probably have it like cross shift onto this button. So you hold like the left shift in that one to go into the remix mode up here, which I'll need some other indicator for. And then that'll let you record the loops in a little loop recorder, because from what I know how it works is you can hold down the record button. And then you can drag that down. I don't think this has a deck to play out of. Oh. Except to be, well, you have to record it and your third input on your Tractor card, and if you have a Tractor Audio 4, I guess you're just screwed. But otherwise, that's how it looks. I need a piece of wood at a 30-degree angle or something, so I can just put my mix track and laptop up. Because this won't fit on a laptop stand. I think I'm going to need a CDJ stand, but those are like as much as the mix track itself costs, which I think it's $120 for a CDJ stand. This thing, if you don't buy it with the sound card that I'm not even using, it's $150 max. It's more like $120. But, yep.